Well, today is
5th of November.
5th of November, Guy Fawkes and all that. 5th of November 2024, we're down in Paguera, and well, the season's more or less coming to an end in most parts of Mallorca, but Paguera tends to stay on a little bit longer, and well, we'll have a look to see what's open, what isn't open. We're actually at the west end of Paguera, and if we just look up the road there, beyond that roundabout, that's where the market is, which is on a Tuesday morning. We missed it this morning, so it's Tuesday afternoon, and well, there's lots of big shops up there, big Eroski, Mercadona and the like, and well, shops seem to be open at this end, at least some do. Gives Anita something to have a look at, doesn't it? And bars open as well, so there's some bars open, but perhaps not so many people on the street. In the past, Paguera has been a little bit later closing down, and Magaluf and Palma Nova. Magaluf, I think, pretty much closed down before the seasons ended, because of all of the works, and all the beds disappeared really quickly. Palma Nova, though, I think they've got a few more days in them, and much of Palma Nova stays open anyway, so maybe not the hotels, but quite a few bars will stay open. It's 3:45 in the afternoon, and it's been a warm, sunny day for most of the part. And we've got a few chores to do. We've had to go and do some shopping, and I've had to go and do some paperwork. Oh yeah. We called into the Mallorca Sports Cafe, and we had a coffee there, and it was good to see that the football ground are actually doing a collection of items. Sorry for the noise, it's the refuse collectors there. They're collecting items that can be sent off to Valencia, and there's lots of organisations doing that now around the island, and they'll get sent off. One of the knock-on effects of the storms in Valencia is that we're noticing supermarket shelves are not as full as they usually are. So we went shopping to Mercadona this afternoon, and definitely a little bit quieter than normal as far as the shelves of fresh food and meat and vegetables. And by some really strange coincidence, we bumped into Alex from Mallorca Under the Sun. She was going in there to do her shopping. And I've said before, we very rarely bump into each other. In fact, on one occasion we bumped into her in England when we were in Somerset, and here we almost never bump into her, but it's now been twice in a couple of weeks, so maybe we'll be bumping into her even more. And another little thing that's affected us personally is Anita's car went in to be serviced, and it needed a new part, and that new part has to come from Valencia, so she hasn't got it. Maybe you should have one of those then instead. It's like a fun thing to ride. Not for you, dear.
Where's the roof?
Where's the roof, exactly. So, place is open, but place is looking very empty. This is the Indian actually who went here some time ago. It is a little bit quieter than I expected. Place is open, but
suppose it's a funny time to be out though, isn't it?
Well, maybe it is. Maybe people are sitting by the pool or down on the beach.
Or asleep.
Maybe they're having a siesta. That's a good thing to do. Shall we go down here? So that's the main shopping street, and then this is the first road that takes us down to the sea. But well, I suppose this is the beginning of the evidence, isn't it? This is the Hotel Gaia, and it's closed up for the winter. It's all shut up, so
Bird of paradise.
don't know whether it's looking pretty, isn't it?
My flowers are coming out on mine as well. Oh, it's a little bit chilly.
Yeah, there's a bit of a breeze. We still haven't been for our November swim, which we said we might try and do.
Somebody's in there now.
There's somebody in the sea. Well, there's lots of people in the sea. You can see 3, or at least. Oh no, there's lots over there.
Well,
Yeah, it's definitely a beach day in Paguera, and there's lots of people splashing around in the sea. And the work on the hotel there is coming along. That's going to be nice when it's finished. Still a lot to do. And this is the one of the little park areas where you've got some machines for adults to work on. And when I went to see the nurse the other day, she said, you know, a bit more exercise, do a little bit of strength things. So I was thinking maybe now the temperatures are not so hot, I could have a go at doing some of these. See how this one works.
here's a video.
So this first one,
off he goes.
I've just got to do a bit of pulling.
10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, that's going to do me good, isn't it?
And do the other side.
Well, the other side's exactly the same. This one.
Be careful.
And they're all using your own weight.
You haven't got any weight now.
I've got less weight than I had before.
1, 2.
She's a hard taskmaster.
It does actually look really nice in the sea. We do need to go for a swim one morning. How many is that? 2, 3, 4, 4.5. Three, 4. You're very slow. Maybe we should get one of these in our garden.
This one is just about twisty. They're aimed at people my age, I think.
What, old people?
Yeah.
That's good for you to do. Well done.
Just looking at the sea now, how beautiful, how clear it is down there. Look. I'm just watching a seagull actually diving in, trying to catch something. Not sure how successful it was.
Look how shallow it is. Our little bar isn't open.
It's coming up to 4 o'clock now, and because the hours changed, we go dark soon. The shadows are getting longer and longer. Go dark. So people will leave the beach then, I suppose. Good to see the showers are still working. And I'm just looking to see if there's a lifeguard on duty. I'm not sure.
The shower's still working.
Yeah. Looks like an orange flag out there, but I can't see why it should be an orange flag. It's very, very calm and there's hardly any wind, and the water here is very shallow. Now this is where we usually have a drink. The chairs are still out, so they're not closed, they're just not open at this moment. Maybe they open a little bit earlier and close later in the afternoon. Or maybe they just have Tuesdays off. But other places are open. And the parasols are still out on the beach, so somebody tending those and collecting the money, I'm sure.
Different than Magaluf, isn't it?
It is a bit. But here, I think, I can't remember when they did actually do the promenade here, but the paving here is in much better condition.
Yeah.
And this still comes under the Calvia area, so same as Magaluf. It's the Malgrat, it's closed now. Oh, we've got some more exercise machines here. This one's got like 2 dials on it and you can get your arms twisting a little bit. We've got the sun on our backs now, we're just walking away from the sun. It just does feel nice and warm now. It's a bit cooler when we're in the shade, but
I think I need my parasol.
I'm actually walking parallel to the main street now.
This place is busy.
If you go up some of the little side alleyways, they take you up to the main street up there, which is the shopping street. This is the restaurant Beach Glow, and this is actually packed. Are you sure there's a spare table? Not that we need to go in, but it is very full. There's an orange flag out there, and it's at half-mast, and there is a lifeguard, so that's great news. Flying the flag at half-mast, thinking of those poor families in Valencia. There was a red alert yesterday in Barcelona, and I've not heard anything more of that, so they probably had the heavy rain, but if people listened to the alerts, then they would have stayed at home and not tried to venture out. And then there were some alerts here, just a yellow alert, just just to keep people alert to what might happen if it blew over from Barcelona. We've had no really bad weather. We had a few spots of rain the other morning, but nothing else. And there's a few spots of rain forecast tomorrow afternoon, maybe. It may or may not happen. Just exercise machine.
Let's go on.
These, they're just more movement things rather than strength things. This is part of the BWE group. There's a lot of these around Mallorca. It's the Hotel Villa Mill. It's right in the middle of Paguera, 5 stars. And down here, still, even at this late hour of the day, there's a lot of people out on the beach enjoying the sunshine.
Shall we just have a photo?
Why not? Well, that's the photo taken, and we can carry on.
Including the trees here as well.
Well, they're quite laden with dates, aren't they?
Taking them down. What do we do with them?
I don't think there's a lot they can do with them. Maybe they just compost them. I guess they would make good animal feed, but just walk up the tree. Got his special walking boots on. So I think this is probably what they're going to be planning to do in Magaluf, because they want some palm trees on the beach like this, a nice wide promenade, and well, what they want to do is make some sort of dune areas, so little sand dunes with some creeping plants that can survive the harsh conditions of being on a sand dune. That's going to be hard with so many tourists coming to the island. And my own feeling is they're trying to do all of this to impress ABTA, who are coming to visit Magaluf next year, and they want to put on a good show for them. Well, good for Magaluf. Just coming towards the end of the beach here. There are a few more little exercise machines, similar to the ones at the other end.
This place is closed now.
Yeah. It's such a very short season, places like this. The problem for people who might work here, for the waiters and waitresses, is that they might not get their 6 months of paying social security in, so that they can collect the paro, the dole money. And in the long term, if if they only work for 6 months, then they're only paying 6 months towards their pensions when they get to our sort of age, and if you've only worked for half the time, you only get half the pension. We've got to go up this little hill here now. It's such a little hill, they've had to put a rail on there to help people like me get to the top. Well, made it to the top, and then didn't use the handrail once. Now downhill now. Hear the birds. Lovely breeze now. There's still a few people on this beach as well, and in the sea. If you look really far in the distance there is another beach, but I don't think we'll be going to that one on this particular occasion.
There's a few people in the sea here as well.
There are. And carry on.
Yes.
Just noticing the ground is very wet here. It's obviously still collecting the water from the rain we had the last few days. And the bar overlooking the beach. Got a few people getting those last rays of sunshine. Being November the 5th, in years gone by we would always be going to a bonfire somewhere. In fact, when we had the Scouts, it was one of our main fundraisers for the year. But, well, the Scouts are no more. Cricket Club used to have a big bonfire, and that was their big fundraiser for the year as well. The Cricket Club lost its ground and has never been established anywhere else. And the other one was the school, the academy. heard nothing of theirs recently. Calvia did actually try to do a bonfire a few years ago, but I don't think it was so successful. And nobody's taken it on. And health and safety seems to have really kicked in and made life difficult for everyone. And having a bonfire party, lots of health and safety issues. So just the bureaucracy has made it difficult for anybody to really want to organise it. You see they've put, they've left the poles in from the parasols, and they're using those as supports for a fence that goes along, and this fence is to protect the beach from erosion. I've already seen it in Santa Ponsa. They don't tend to do it in Magaluf or Palma Nova, but in Santa Ponsa and now here they're putting these fences. Well, they've got a little wooden boardwalk there to get to it, but they've made it into a little obstacle course maze. Toilets are still here, and I think they're still open.
Only 1 year.
And the bars here are still open, which is great news. I'm quite busy. Really big hotel in front is Vibra. It's changed its name over the years, but now called Vibra, but that one is the one that's now all closed up for the season.
Hello guys. Alright, wow.
Mick and Ali, and they've been watching us for yonks. And yeah, they've actually moved out here now, so they've been here a couple of months. And they're just setting up their residency, and as of today the dog, I can't remember the name of the dog, is now a resident. The dog's a resident, and Mick and Ali are in the process of getting their residence sorted out. And the easy part for them is that Mick has actually got an Irish passport, so he doesn't have the 90-day rules, and Ali will be able to tag on to that, I think. And he's saying his mother's Spanish, so he's got a double entry system, I think. So good luck to them. I hope they enjoy living here in Mallorca, and they've been coming over 20 years, so I think they know what it's like, and family here, and they spent Christmas here, so they know what it's like. So we could go round there, we could go down to the other beach, but we're going to go this way.
Sort of going backwards, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing it sort of counterclockwise.
The girls would love it up there. Never see that open though.
No, and it's unlikely to be open now. What we're looking at is actually in the trees. There's like a jungle park where you can walk from tree to tree, holding onto ropes, and you get tied on. You get hooked onto a cable that's running between the trees as well. It's great fun, and I've done it in the past on more than one occasion. So, not the here though, but the one in Santa Ponsa. But I think they're probably closed up for the season now. There's not many youngsters around. But probably be opening next year. I think when we came last time, we came with Angela, and we had a problem with these steps. I don't think we could use them because of the trees that they were cutting down, and it looks like they've made a bit of progress with that. I think what's happened is in the storms, one of the trees was in danger of falling over completely.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
So they've started chopping it up, and there's a police ribbon all the way around it telling you not to pass. So that's the tree that has been cut down. This is what's come out of it. That will eventually get moved on. So this bit of the children's park is out of limits. Tree next to it's got quite a hangover, so I guess they're going to have to assess whether that's safe or not. One of the really curious things about this, they redid these steps. You can see the steps, the old steps by the side there. They've been there for a very long time. And they redid these, but there's no access for a pushchair or a wheelchair along the whole of this side of Paguera. That's really a strange move by the council. I thought they could have put a little ramp here as well. It's quite wide. Usually when we come to Paguera, quite often we actually park at this end, and there's quite often a space there, but if not, there's a road that goes down. There's a car park down there, which I've usually managed to find somewhere.
There's benches here.
You're almost sitting on the floor, aren't you? What's happened there? I think this has just gradually got filled with dirt, hasn't it? Oh, lots and lots of benches.
Not much to look at.
It does afford a bit of shade in the summer as well. The park in Santa Ponsa, by contrast, doesn't have any benches at all. It's got paths that go through. Lots of trees, but normally nowhere for anyone to sit. So, we do sometimes get the birds here. I have actually seen hoopoes here in the past. We're now entering the Boulevard of Paguera from the east, walking towards the west. Mick was telling me he's actually in Palmanova areas where they're living, but they come down to Paguera, particularly at this time of the day, so that they can watch the sunsets. Still got an hour or two, a couple of hours, I think, perhaps, before the sun sets, but can be quite pretty here.
It's a nice temperature now, isn't it?
Salzburg restaurant. Going past the pharmacy, just seeing if they're putting the temperature up. Doesn't seem to be behaving itself. Oh, it does. 1830. That's wrong. Probably can't trust the temperature either. It's actually nowhere near 1830. It's just after 20 past 4 in the afternoon.
Hello.
So how do you do this? You don't see us at all for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then it's twice in a couple of days. And we're not even in Palmanova.
Well, you've been here 9 weeks. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I did here. Hello.
You said you was babysitting last time.
Oh, was I? Yeah. Was I?
Oh yeah, you got the girls on the park.
Oh, right.
Yes, yeah, and you both keeping
We're
well.
really
well.
well, yes, thank you,
Yeah.
yes.
Out for a stroll.
Yeah,
Enjoying
we
this
were in
lovely
the
weather.
restaurant and we were overlooking the beach.
We saw you walk along.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Yes.
all right, you already spotted us. Well done.
Yes, there they are.
No, it's lovely.
We came for the market this morning, didn't we?
Yes.
We've been here all day.
Oh, lovely.
What a beautiful day.
Isn't it?
Beautiful,
Yes.
isn't it? I can't believe it's
Time of
the
year, isn't it?
November. You've got your poppy on, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got my pin. I've lost my poppy.
There's a poppy at home, I've got mine on.
I've got another one. Yeah, I've lost one.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, lovely to see you. See you again. Bye
See
then.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Anita was looking after the girls just before we went for lunch on Sunday, wasn't it? And so I bumped into them
Oh, yes. Yeah.
as I was walking along the front there in Palmanova.
This is closed down as well, the donkey bar. It's a ladies' shoe.
Now on the other side of the Hotel Bellamil, which is these are all closed up now for the winter time. Wow, that's a big store, isn't it? That's right in front of the entrance to the Hotel Villamil. That's the hotel. Got the door open, but I don't think the hotel's open. I might be wrong. People going inside. Not completely closed up, so there must be some parts of the hotel open. It's one of the bars which I think will probably stay open through the winter. It's certainly one we've come to, and they do a plate of the day for $9.50. Pharmacy across the road which says the temperature is 25 degrees. 25 degrees Celsius. It's not really a lot of point really looking because my shape is changing. Maybe next year. Pharmacy's even got a set of chairs outside where you can then sit down while you're waiting.
Do końca.
We've seen these bars busy in the past, not busy today. Both of them now closed up. Must be autumn, the leaves are starting to fall. Places for sale across the road there. There's a house on the corner. Bungalow. There's been a cafe in the past.
It's a bit overgrown.
Yeah. Curious one, isn't it? And the place next door is for sale as well. Buy the two, you've got a nice big plot of land to do something with. Video on stars on hotels. I said you didn't actually see 1-star hotels. Well, there you go. Is that a star or is it a sun? I'm not so sure, but it's only got one of them. And it doesn't mean it's a bad place, it just means it doesn't have some of the facilities that you might expect in a hotel. That's what those stars are all about, facilities. The sun's just going behind the hilltop up there.
We missed the market here today as well.
We did. It is one of the bigger markets in the area as well. We'll catch it on another day. And the pharmacy across the road here, I think it says 23, I don't think it says 28. It looked like 28, but it's 23, I think. Which seems fair enough, that's in the shade. So coming up to 20 to 5 in the afternoon, it's still 23 degrees.
Quieter at this end, isn't it?
Yeah, as we get further up, it does get quieter and quieter, and there's more places that are closed.
Sometimes maybe we should just go home.
Don't mind.
Let's go over there.
Yeah. A bit further up. Fashion outlet, all €6. It's closed now, but €6.
El Nilo here, didn't we, with Joan?
Yeah.
We're going to carry on with the plan. It's like 3 AM this place is.
Nearly back to where we started. Thermometer across the road says 27 degrees. I don't think it's that warm. How about here? Well, we managed to find a bar at the end. Not quite got the drinks we wanted, but there we go. I've got a Diet Coke and it's just water. Cheers, everyone. Well, the light's now fading and it's time to go home, so thanks very much for watching and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.